What is, like, if you had a battle cry, would it just be...
Cunt?
Cunt.
Probably not, only because, like, the extended version of cunt is cunt. Like, it doesn't...
That's great. It's like con, but more inappropriate.
Right. You're right.
You're cresting the hill. The fog is rolling in.
Right.
You raise your axe to the skies and scream...
Cunt!
This podcast should be American. 110% fucking blood red American. So I guess we'll take a step back and say that we were just discussing, we moved the studio. We're in the same building, but we're in a new room. If people are watching this on the YouTubes, it is a new room. It's lovely white walls. The sound is a little bit better, but people out in the general working office area can hear us. And I was like, man, sometimes we say some stuff on this podcast that shouldn't be heard when you're on a conference call. When you're trying to book a gig. And yet we are 3 seconds into this one and we're shouted cunts.
I kind of love that word. I know people can be so offended by it, but I just find
who gets offended by it? Cunts.
Damn it.
People, yeah, people do really get riled. Well, some women get riled up by it, and
But I know guys who are also a little like, not that they're offended by it, but it's kind of like they just don't like hearing the word.
Oh, you just don't say it?
Yeah.
What do they want to take it back?
I don't know.
Cunt is a great look. Anytime you're saying something that's hurtful or insulting to somebody, it's like, yeah, okay, you might be being a prick about it. That's fine. There are certain scenarios where I have been a cunt. It is entirely okay to call me that. I get it. I deserve it. I'm probably sorry for it. Not in the moment. I'll call you one back. But later, after reflecting, yeah, okay, I was a cunt. But it's such a beautiful sounding word.
Yeah.
You get the sharp cut of the C.
Yeah.
The on the end, that little pop.
Yeah.
And you cunt. You can have some fun with the middle.
I still think I like saying fuck better, but cunt's a very good one.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you use fuck as just like an, oh man, fuck?
Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's oh, fuck. It's not really directed with anger towards somebody.
No.
In the throes of passion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
There's a lot of that going on.
It's fucks?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
Wait, but you said it dismissively. Like,
no, it's
fuck.
like, oh, fuck, yeah, fuck. Did I just I feel like we're getting a little When Harry Met Sally right now.
Well, what I wanted was someone to have enough takes of you saying that so that when they create the 3D model of you for the Oculus sex device,
sweet,
they have you whispering fuck, screaming cunt. They have all sorts of stuff to play with for your soundboard.
Let's do it.
It is fucking hot in here.
You have to leave your coat on because you're white.
I know. And I'm white, wearing white on white, and it looks terrible, but I'm sorry.
You stole the coat from the intern solely because...
I took Rob's riot hoodie. I'm sorry. It's really hot in here.
It is.
Isn't it?
It's warm.
We're going to have to get some AC blasting.
I know.
New studio.
It's from all the chemistry we have, Kevin.
Alison Haislip, those sparks are warm. What? Watch out. They're flying. How the hell is you?
I'm good.
You look great.
I do?
Yeah, you
Thank
do.
You
look really good. What's going on? And that's not to imply that, like, you set the bar so low by looking like a fucking sea donkey for years. That is like, you were always very attractive, very put together.
By the way, I love that you just called me a sea donkey.
No, I said it wasn't to imply that.
No. But like, we just spent the whole first half of the show saying cunt, and you said sea donkey. Like, now you censor yourself.
Well, I didn't mean cunt donkey. I meant like of the sea. Like a donkey of the sea. Like a busted walrus. That smells like a harbor.
Wait, this is a true story. Can I tell you that 2 or 3 months ago, I learned that narwhals are real creatures?
Yeah.
I totally thought they were like mythical creatures. Talking about like donkeys of the sea, narwhals.
They exist only on Reddit, and that's about it. Was this during did you have to take like a unicorn citizenship test, and they test you on mythological creatures and you have to sort them?
No, I was with Claire Grant and Riley Vanderbilt. We were actually working on Saber 3, that thing we shot for Star Wars Day.
I want to talk about that.
But she started talking about narwhals, and then she's like, yeah, look at this awesome picture of them. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a real picture.
You mean artist rendering, because that is not a real creature.
I was like,
here's me petting one at a zoo, and you're like, no, that doesn't exist. Aren't they like assholes too? Like, don't they like rape seals or something? I don't know. That might be
what else would you do with that horn?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You can't. They don't have hands, so they can't decorate it. No. They can't like put glitter on it.
And I'm trying to like put together the physics of like how fast they have to be able to swim to actually like
impale.
impale something in the water. That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I learned this year.
Is there
2014 was the year I learned narwhals were
year
real.
of the narwhal. I want to know, is there, I typed in narwhal and there's narwhal song, game, facts, song lyrics, or tusk. So
The
apparently...
song's a Perry Grip song, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I want to know if there's a narwhal mascot, because who's the fighting narwhals? You know what I mean? There is Narwhal Nation.
What is that?
I don't know. It's got a logo
The
and
Fighting
everything.
Narwhals. That sounds
Isn't
like
that
a
great?
Hawaiian team or something like that.
That
like
narwhal.
University of Oahu are the Fighting Narwhals.
Narwhal Nation, the new school, it says.
What?
Oh, I think that must be like this looks like a parkour CrossFitty douchey thing.
Whatever, you do
I'm
CrossFit.
done. I'm done. I don't CrossFit.
You don't?
No, and I don't know why I said it offended. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not offended by it. No, I break myself at the 24-hour fitness.
Yes,
Like,
true.
trying to figure out how the little man in the picture on the machine
Is doing
translates
what
to
he's
what I'm
doing?
doing. Because I'm the one who's like reverse cowgirling, like a sit-up machine, confused and breaking
Right.
things. But if I did, I don't know.
What'd you find?
North Star Roller Girl is a photo of a woman
She's
posing with a
holding
narwhal.
But that looks like a pretty narwhal.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
like an inflatable pool narwhal.
think they make a lot of those.
Apparently they do. Oh, there it is! A narwhal mascot!
Yes. It's totally the pseudo-intellectual.
I want to watch him at a slamboree.
Yes.
I want to watch that guy go off a trampoline
Oh
and
my
like get his
gosh.
horn stuck in the net. Maybe he breaks his neck.
Just maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he can just roll around and spear things season after season. Hey, Alison
Hey,
Haislip.
Kevin Pereira.
What's the
Hi.
secret? What's going on? You changed your hair? You
I
got a
did.
glow?
I
It's
do.
good.
I'm just sitting here remembering how we used to host a show together.
Remember that time we did a thing?
On TV, and it was live, and people like watched us.
Can I be honest? As I'm talking about this right now, I just had Carrie Keegan on recently.
Oh,
we were
nice.
chatting about like old times and stuff. But
Yeah.
like for whatever reason, right now in that moment, you're like, I remember we used to show. It doesn't feel real.
I know.
It didn't feel real at all just then.
It's like been 2 or 3 years.
It's been a couple years,
Which is
man.
crazy.
Yeah, I've like blown knees out.
Yeah.
I've gone like I switched
You've
from
gone full old
Viagra to Cialis. Like I'm definitely
Oh my
up
gosh.
in the milligrams. Like I'm old now.
Yeah, like it's almost been as long since I was on that show that I was actually on the show.
Right?
Which is crazy to me.
God, what
I know.
happened?
I don't know.
And it feels like now talking about it feels like I don't mean to shake a cane at the world, like,
Right.
Megan, but it feels like my college days.
That's exactly what I said, because I was on the network for 4 years, and
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, it feels like it was my 4 years of college, and now I've like graduated into the real world,
Right.
and I have those moments of going back and being like, oh, remember Attack of the Show?
Yeah, the keggers were
Yeah.
actually pretty cool, man.
We actually had keggers.
Yeah, and it's like, and man, why did I worry about studying so hard? Like that was
Right.
so much fun.
Exactly,
And now I'm
exactly.
like, the real world is scary. And they're all out to get me. I just want to go back to the dorms.
It's so funny, and every time I like meet someone random who's like, oh, I loved Attack of the Show, I'm
Yeah.
like, thank you.
Right?
Thank you that there are people there who like it still stays strong.
It
with them.
is. I had always said, not all, about halfway through the show, like it really kind of clicked for me as to what I wanted the legacy of the program to be. And it's
Right.
like, look, as you know very well, and it's maybe some of the listeners know, getting anything produced, any piece of media, is impossible.
Right.
Let alone getting it on television, let alone letting it run for 6.5 years.
Yeah.
Especially if it's daily and live and blah.
Which is
So
insane.
It was insane that we had the opportunity. It
Yeah.
was great. We're super proud of it. But there was a moment where I'm like, okay, we get to have some sort of a legacy. What will we be? Will we be a barely remembered afterthought? Will there be, like a GeoCities website dedicated to us with some animated GIFs somewhere?
Right.
What will it be? And I was like, if we are a Trivial Pursuit wedge answer,
Yeah.
or if we're like a $300 Jeopardy question in 5 years' time.
Only $300.
We're never a daily double.
No.
We're not at the bottom
No.
of the column. But that's like, if that is what the show will be, amazing.
Right.
And I think we hit that.
I do too, because I
we got
found,
it.
and I don't know if you found this, but like I've gone out for some other shows, or I know networks are trying to develop other things, and it feels like people are trying to do an Attack of the Show type show, and no one gets it to work. And
Well, no one commits to it. No
Right.
one realizes exactly what it takes. And they're like, we love
Yeah.
everything. I was talking about this last podcast where it's like, I've been in every room where someone's like, hey, what would be Attack of the Show, your new version or whatever? Oh, okay, here's what I would do. And like, oh, that's a lot. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
this
no
show
kidding.
was crazy.
I don't know how we did that show every day.
Either.
I mean, the fact
Adderall.
that people, but like people would show up in the office like 10:30, and then we'd like kind of come up with something, and then we'd have a read through 2 hours later, and then all of a sudden 3 hours after that we're on live TV pulling shit out of our asses.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if you go back and look at 80% of the episodes, it looks like someone threw it together in 2 hours. But
it was fun.
But it was fun, and it was silly, and it didn't in a time where so many shows, this was, I mean, pre-Tosh, so many shows ignored the internet, ignored viral clips, ignored nerd culture. We celebrate it, but at the same time, didn't take our fucking selves seriously.
Right.
Like, and that was the best thing.
Do you remember when we hit our 1,000th episode?
I remember it well.
And it just seemed like, it was like, oh yeah, 1,000 episodes. We keep going. Shows normally celebrate 100 episodes. Like, hitting 100 episodes is a huge deal. We did 1,000 and then lasted for 3 more years after that.
And didn't really know, by the way. It was just sort of like someone brought it up because I think someone tweeted about it or posted on a forum. They're like, oh, apparently we've done 1,000 of them. Oh, should we get a cake?
Yeah.
What should we do? Should we get
pig.
some dancers?
That pig is still my favorite thing.
Oh my god! Do you know how long I fought for that fucking grease pig?
Are you serious?
For years.
Kevin,
it was a screensaver's idea.
Oh my god!
Before Attack of the Show, I wanted someone to come through the door in the background in a full farmer's outfit with a straw of hay in their mouth, ring a bell, and yell, "Suey, it's time to catch a pig!" And we would just release it into the studio. Yes.
Oh my gosh! I hope people realize that the entire reason Attack of the Show was what it was because of you.
Oh, that's the only reason I invited you here today. Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
Where's my $200?
Alison Haislip, it will be waiting for you outside. Thank you so much for coming on. Guys, you can follow her on Twitter. Not at all. Not at all.
No,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But it was that we had 4, which blows my mind, 4 amazing writers. We had, 6 incredibly talented and versatile.
Sure.
Versatile. They had verisimilitude. We had some versatile field producers that would any day, it's like, do a guest interview, but then come up with a game and make that happen with an art department who would go and drill a goat into a board to push it off of a high dive. We did the goat dive. I remember that one day for some reason.
But what I'm saying, like,
it was an amazing team.
We had a fantastic team who made everything happen and who understood everything. But I truly believe that Attack of the Show is kind of like what it is inside your brain every day. We just had people who were able to sort of pull it out of you and make it into a bigger picture.
Kind. That is very kind. I don't disagree. I think without me that show was nothing, and it's
there you go.
You know,
Good.
and really the network was nothing, and not to get on a soapbox about it, but I mean, really, what would media be without me? And what would I don't even know that the internet would have caught on or that YouTube would have happened in quite the way.
I feel like I'm having non-flashbacks or something like that. What's going on?
You mean just such a great time? Is that what you now are part of what will clearly put anything G4 Attack of the Show related in its cold, icy shadow as it towers over all media.
Uh-oh.
You, my lady, are a unicorn.
I'm a unicorn.
What the fuck?
I
First,
know.
congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
second, what the fuck?
Cunt.
Oh, sorry. Let me give you
Cunt. I'll never get tired of that. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's funny because I've actually known since January. I've known for 6 months.
Yeah.
We shot the pilot back in March, but I haven't been allowed to talk about it publicly until the network actually announced it, which was just last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago.
Crazy.
I know. And I'm really stoked because Claire and Riley and I have been friends for a while, and I've known Mylin for ages. So when they asked me to come on board, I was like, what? Really? I get to be a unicorn?
Was it like you were eating lunch with the degenerates, like with a member of the jazz band and maybe the one inline rollerblader, and then the cool kids table popped up and they were like, hey, sweetheart.
Yeah, like I got called over and they handed me a pink jacket
Exactly.
or something.
Leave your chocolate milk down.
No, to
Come
their
on over.
credit, from talking with Claire and Riley for the last year, they've been talking about how they were going to bring in a new fourth for the gang from when the show went. And that was it. That was the extent of the conversation. I was never mentioned or whatever.
Really?
I was like,
They
we're
didn't
just
let you
having
know,
conversations, friends.
We're looking for some new unicorn blood. You're
Right.
under a microscope.
No, and it was literally the second work day of the year, like January 4th or 5th, whatever that was, when my agency got the offer. Like, they went through all the proper channels. I was like, I get
hello.
this direct offer, and I was like, what? And then I text them and I'm like, what? Like I literally just say, you guys, and they were like, yep, we want you on board.
That's great.
Yeah, it was cool. So
and then you went back and was like, okay, well, here are my fucking demands.
Right, here are my
what
demands.
is this bullshit offer?
Green M&Ms only.
Yeah.
And the pilot was so fun to shoot.
What's the deal with the pilot? I know it's went through iterations. At one point, I heard it was like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
You're right.
Then there was sketch comedy, and then I heard most recently it's like an animated series with a little bit of live action.
Yes, so it's basically sort of a Saturday morning cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember G.I. Joe, Mr. T would come on
yeah.
at the beginning and be like, kids, are you dealing with bullying? Here's how the Joes handle
You gotta
it.
treat your mother right.
Right, and then you watch the show, and then he comes back on at the end, and he's like, knowing's half the battle, like that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we do. We're live action at the very beginning and the very end, being like, are you dealing with this in school?
So you set up the sort of whatever
Yes.
the cartoon's gonna deal with.
Exactly, and then the cartoon is like, it's so violent and inappropriate and hysterical.
And you guys are voicing it?
Yeah, I'm a cartoon character.
That is
I'm so
amazing.
excited.
Which means you're going to be an action figure, which
Yes.
means you're going to be a real doll.
I know.
What? Yes! Yes!
I know.
If I can squeeze your hand and it screams, cunt, I'll be so happy.
I mean, did you see the picture that was released with the article of us all in our costumes?
Yes. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's so much padding and double-sided tape involved in putting those things on.
How many gaffers did it take to rig your
Oh my
breasts and
gosh.
shade
Seriously,
and then lift? And...
I took pictures of it and sent it to my friends, and everyone was like, "Your boobs," and I'm like, "I know, they're not mine."
I has them.
I know.
Look at them all. Look
like,
at
"Who
all
would've
of them.
thought?"
Do you still have that weird nipple cream by the side of your bed?
No, I think I finally threw it out.
I don't know if we talked about that before, but I remember I think
when I moved, I was finally like, Allison, you really don't need this
what
anymore.
was the deal with that? I mean, I
Because-
know you're into some kinky shit.
No,
we'll get into that, but
that's
you
so
had
funny.
some
You
weird
ask
old
me this
nipple
all the
cream
time. I know,
by
it
your
was
bed.
chocolate flavored nipple cream.
Okay, thank you.
But this is before.
Try to justify it.
I know. I am going to justify it. I got it before lip plumpers were popular. Like a lot of lip glosses have plumpers in them now. They're just kind of like.
I've seen a fetish lip plumper video where they put like a suction device on and then they.
Oh no, I don't mean
and
that.
it makes because it draws all the blood to it, makes it extra
Yeah.
sensitive. But then it looks like the plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
Makes your vagina look
What's
like that.
that? Seymour.
Seymour, yeah. It
No,
basically
wait,
looks like
Seymour's the
Seymour.
guy.
Oh, feed me, Seymour.
What's the
Audrey
plant?
too.
Audrey too. That's it.
Different kind of plumper.
Yes.
Okay. This is for.
Yeah, this isn't like, doesn't involve injections. It's just something that I think the concept behind it is that it basically sort of like it's almost like icy hot.
Okay, yeah.
And so it just sort of
agitates your lips
so
into
they
swelling.
get a little, yeah,
right.
basically a little. And this was before that was really popular in like brand, over the counter brands, but
Sure.
but this nipple cream contained it. And so this woman was like,
And how did you learn this?
because I was at one of those like girly sex toy parties, like
Yeah, now we're
instead
talking.
of Tupperware parties, you
Yeah.
have sex toy parties.
Sure.
And she was talking about this, and she's like, the thing with this stuff is that it tastes like chocolate, and it acts as a lip plumper. And I was like, oh, well, that sounds great. So I just got a tub of it and kept it in my bed, and like every day would just wipe some on my lips. And I like never used it on my nipples, okay? I like to make it clear.
Not even once,
No,
Allison. Come
I don't think
on.
so, because I feel like if I had done that, it would have tainted it. You know what I mean? Like that I couldn't get away with it being just a lip cream. So I did
Wait,
use it
so
on
at
my
this
lips.
party, did you buy any double-sided Tupperware? Did you get anything, any strap-on resealable
Ass to
Tupperware or
ass.
anything? Did you get anything crazy? No?
What else did I get? I don't even remember.
Some remote-controlled stuff, some Bluetooth-compatible
No,
stuff,
I got some
heating,
like
vibrating jackrabbit stuff?
spray for your sheets or something that's supposed to make
How
them
did you
like
get the most boring shit
I know.
at the sex toy party? You're like, I bought some
this is
really
what I was
nice
like-
Febreze and some lip gloss. It's like, you could get that at Spencer's. You're at a sex
I
toy
know,
party.
It's so funny because the thing is like
You didn't have sex till you were 28, which is a crazy thing.
That's so not even.
I mean, it's
remotely
really...
true. I mean, it's kind of basic. It's not even close to being true. It's
pretty close.
It's true, Mom and Dad. It's totally true. No, it was.
No,
a
what,
week,
were you
it was
too
a week,
innocent
It
at
was
the
a
time?
week after my 18th birthday, actually.
That you were at
Exactly.
the... Wait, that you lost your virginity?
Yeah.
Or That's kind of late, isn't it?
I guess.
I think.
Maybe?
Good for you. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. You do it when you're ready, kids. Unless you really love them and you want
Right.
to prove it, then whatever.
Yeah.
a week after your 18th.
Yeah.
Huh?
But
Was
it
that
was-
like? Were you trying to reach that milestone or?
No, it was just my boyfriend at the time, it was also his first time, and he was a year older than me, so it was even later for
Whoa.
him. Yeah, so it was kind of like
Was this on a church retreat? Where the fuck was this?
New Jersey. In his bedroom.
What kind of posters
listening
did he
to
have
the
on?
Allman Brothers.
Yeah, what?
I lost my virginity listening to the Allman Brothers.
No.
So true. I actually got to interview Greg Allman at the Grammys a couple years ago.
Did you tell him?
I totally told him. Not during the interview, obviously, but I was like, hey, I just have to tell you this. And I told him, and he goes, that's one of the best things I've ever heard. And I was like, yep.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, but so it was like one of those things where like we'd been together for like 6 months at that point, and we kind of like planned it. You know, it was like,
Right.
we're
Put
gonna
the date
lose
on the
our virginity.
calendar.
Yeah.
We're going to do it here. Your mom's out of town.
Well,
for
the date
blah, blah,
the
blah.
date we had put on the calendar was the day before, but someone got a little too nervous to perform that day, so we had to go take
Oh,
two.
no. You couldn't coax him out of the cage?
Nope.
No? Did you try holding a lighter to it? Sometimes the flame will draw it out like a worm. you gotta whisper some
God.
poetry to it.
Can you
and
imagine? That
light
would
some
be
incense around it.
That would be like the first time I've had sex. I'm like, maybe I should just try setting it on
guy.
fire.
It's the burning bush. It works.
Yeah.
Was he mortified when he couldn't get it going, or was he just like?
Yeah,
nah,
I mean, I think I'm a pretty good person at like not making things awkward ever.
Sure.
So like, it didn't happen. I was like, all right, we'll try again tomorrow or whatever.
rain
we
check,
did.
24-hour window. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next
That's
day was
kind
fine.
of you.
And I just remember like he had a hot tub, and we did the deed, and then went and sat in the hot tub, and I remember sitting there being like, I thought I'd feel different. Like you know what I mean? Like
Right.
you go and you lose your virginity, and you
You
feel
thought
like
that's when you'd
you're
become a
supposed to be-
unicorn.
yeah,
but
exactly.
it's years later. What were you expecting to feel? Like now I'm a woman, or now our relationship is different, or
or something. And then I was just sitting there being like, I feel like the same exact person.
instead it was like 13 seconds of awkwardness,
Right,
and
right.
then that's it.
Yeah. I was like, I don't really get it. Why are people so excited about this? And I was like,
I remember
okay.
this is very personal. This is quite an overshare,
Yeah.
but
Love it.
fuck it. I remember when the day that I lost mine was insane. But I hate podcasts where someone brings a guest on and then talks about themselves the whole time, which I just did.
Yep.
By talking about how much I hate that.
Totally
So
did.
I will quickly skip the drama of the day and get to the deed itself. The woman with whom was kind enough to throw me a pity fuck. We lost our virginity together at the same time.
There you go.
But I, as a man, was expecting the experience of, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to make this as gentle as can be, because I know this moment can be very painful.
Right.
It can be a crimson tide. It can be disgusting. I mean, there were towels laid down, and I was
wow.
there because I wanted to be
Yeah.
respectful and kind and whatever. She was a gymnast though, and so that ship had sailed, like probably because of like a pommel horse or doing the splits too many
I
times.
see what you mean.
So there was no pain or
Right.
anything, which should be great.
Yes.
That should be like, oh my god, awesome, this isn't terrible for you. But there was something in my head that was like, well, wait a minute, this was supposed to be the experience. I was supposed to be the gentle
Right.
guy that could coddle and caress, and then and now I'm finished. Okay. Now I'm
done.
that's all I could think about. Like the first,
Aw.
it was like that, and then worried that I kept hearing the garage door open because mom's
Yes, of
coming
course,
home.
yeah.
That was it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what a miserable first fucking
I know.
time.
I wonder if anyone has like a really good first time experience.
I don't think so. I don't know. I can't imagine.
Yeah, me
Well,
neither.
maybe if it's not the first time for one of them. Because I think when it's two
True.
first timers, then it's like
Because we have no idea what the fuck we're
it's like
doing.
the blind leading the blind.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you spin the
That goes there,
the
do
twister thing,
something.
right hand tit,
Yeah.
left ball ass. I don't know where it goes. It looks like it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I went to go. I know I'm going to tell a story. I want to tell some of it.
Tell-
I went
tell
to
a story.
go. We had the day planned out. It was like, this is going to be the day.
Right.
And I went to go buy condoms that morning.
Oh, good for you.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
I've never used them since. But that one time, I went to the store and I went to Albertsons.
Aw.
And they hide the prophylactics behind the counter where you would go to get like film developed.
Right.
Kids, back in the day when you took a photograph,
Isn't that crazy?
you had to go to a counter that had some videos for rental at a supermarket, but you also had them develop your photos. And so they hid it. They would lock it up behind a cage because I went in the aisle where they normally were and they weren't there. So I asked
Yeah.
somebody. She goes, "Not a problem. Come with me." We're now at the front of the Albertsons, which, by the way, I went to the one that is less than 100 yards from the high school that I attended, where all the teachers are there buying their coffee and getting their newspapers, because I had a zero period, so I'm there at like 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning. And they make the fucking announcement over the thing. Can we get someone to open the cage? We need someone to open the cage to access the condoms. Said condoms on the fucking speaker, and I'm there shaking as I look, and there's like, oh, there's a PE teacher. There's someone who knows my mom because she works at a school in the district. the fucking worst.
Amazing. Or the best.
The best.
It's a fantastic story.
Oh, no, it's good. And then, the Samantha told her mom, she was such a sweetheart. That
Samantha the lady?
Samantha
the lucky
was the
lady.
lucky doll.
Nice. Mine was Jeff.
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 Did he have a leather jacket?
No.
What kind of guy was he? A
He drove a
Misfits tank
Jeep,
top?
though. I liked his Jeep.
Yeah. Topless
Yeah.
Jeep? Like with no doors coming in?
He was a little too conservative for the topless Jeep.
Hard
yeah.
top. What kind of posters did he have in his room?
I don't remember any posters in his room, to be honest with you.
What was this? Paint the picture for me. You're in
He
his
had a
room.
fish
His parents
tank.
are gone for some reason.
Yeah. I
He
don't
had
even
a
know.
fish tank?
He had a fish tank.
Did he have a sweet skeleton with a chest and it would open, the bubbles would come out? Or what do you have in it?
I really just remember the Allman Brothers playing.
What song?
I don't remember.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I'll wrap this story up. But
Yeah.
she tells her mom after school, we're going to go shopping. And that was her excuse to not come home right away. And I'm
Okay.
like, all right, good on you. Good excuse. My mom's gone for like 4 hours after school.
Yeah.
So we got a little time. So we get back to my house and she's like, okay, let's go. And I'm like, great, let's go inside. She's like, no, we have to go shopping. I'm like, what?
Wait, what?
She was like, I told my mom I was going to go shopping. I was like, right, that's what you told her.
But we're not.
But I'm going to go, the only
Yeah.
transaction is going to be the one that I leave
I'm
inside
going
of
to
you.
shop in your vagina.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to swipe way more than a card.
Yeah.
Right in the slot. And she goes, no, we have to go. I said we're going to go. Okay, says the
gosh.
man who's now like, I'm supposed to have sex for the first time ever.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I've only done it in IRC chat rooms. She goes, we have to go to the mall, which is across town. So I
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
race across town. We're at a God
So
Shops.
she can just like buy something?
She browses blouses and she's browsing little bottoms because I think there's a level of nervousness, but it's
Right.
also like I gotta actually browse because I told my mom we're shopping.
Oh
So
my
I'm just
gosh.
I'm the angriest boyfriend in the world,
Right.
steaming with just get the fucking blazer,
Yeah.
get the whatever, get it all right now, just get it and let's go. To race back just so that she could tell her mom, no, we
Yeah.
did go shopping.
We went shopping.
I have a receipt.
And then he fucked me.
So what's for dinner?
Yeah.
So now you're officially a unicorn.
I'm officially a unicorn.
It's an animated series.
Because I lost my virginity.
I'll bring it back.
Yes. Animated series.
And
yeah.
when does that hit? Is there a street date?
Well,
Is there a thing?
it's just
or-
a pilot right now. We'll
Oh, okay.
hopefully find out by end of July, beginning of August.
It's for Adult Swim, right?
Adult Swim.
So-
We're hoping since the reaction to the announcement was so positive, that'll help
right?
us getting picked up.
It should absolutely. Plus,
Yeah.
Adult Swim's smart.
Yes.
So maybe they'll put the pilot somewhere where people can see it too. If it,
Yeah.
if it
Yeah,
has
yeah.
enough production support to be airable or releasable, that way that people can tell them how much they love it versus making the decision
Right.
internally.
But yeah, I mean, it got such a great reaction.
Can you say what it's about yet or no? Like the pilot?
Well, I don't know if I can, to be honest.
That's
with
why if you can't,
but
don't sweat
but
it,
it's
but-
like I said, it's set up to be like, kids, are you dealing with this? And then we like come in and
Stuff like bullying or drugs
yeah,
or
but then we handle it so incorrectly. Like know,
Right.
like don't actually let your children learn anything from our show.
yeah.
We also have like G.I. Joe has now and knowing's half the battle. We have our own tagline, and it's. I wish I could tell you guys because it's so fucking funny.
Oh my God, what is it?
I know. I'll tell you off.
But you
air.
can't. But you can't because it's not.
Yeah, because it's not released yet.
Here, I'll mute the mic.
No, I don't
No,
trust
here we go.
that.
They're
nope,
muted.
Nope.
Oh, that might have
I
fucked
know
me up.
you,
Come on.
Kevin.
There, it's muted. See, it's muted. Ready?
No.
Go ahead.
No.
They're muted. Oh, look, I'm muting them.
I don't trust
People
you.
at home are
It
fucking
can still
freaking out
record.
right now.
It can
People
still
are so
record.
upset. They're like, stop doing that, Kevin. It makes me feel like my headphones
Everything's
are falling out.
Everything's broken.
What else is going on in your world?
Well, today being, what is today? June 4th? Just so people know when we're recording this. Spooked, a show that I shot for Geek and Sundry.
Oh, are you in that?
I'm in the first episode.
Oh my God, awesome! I have
Yeah.
that ready to watch,
Oh,
but
there
I
you
haven't
go.
seen it yet.
Yeah. That just launched today, which is really exciting.
I saw Felicia tweet about it, so I bookmarked it. But it's like
Yeah.
it's a full length comedy, right? Like on
Oh,
YouTube,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like 21 minutes or something?
Yeah, exactly. And it's really funny. I really enjoyed shooting on it.
Yeah.
So I think it's 5 or 6 episodes or something like that. But I'm only in the first one. But
Okay.
it's great. I play a lesbian lover. So there
Go
you go.
on.
And then I get haunted by ghosts.
By like lesbian ghosts,
right?
or
No, ghost of my lesbian lover's dad.
your lesbian lover's dead father comes
Yes,
back to
and haunts
to
me.
haunt you. Is
Yes.
he mad that you're with
Yes,
his daughter?
exactly.
Is he like a conservative ghost?
Yes.
Like he's like a gun-toting Republican ghost,
Basically.
who's very upset. I feel like you have to be pretty liberal to be a ghost.
Well, maybe. Well, the whole concept behind, ghost staying and haunting is because there's something they feel like
The
they haven't
unfinished
resolved
business,
at home.
right.
So I don't know if it necessarily needs to be liberal or not.
I want to
just
make
has
it political.
issues.
I want to
go
make
for
it political.
You would. And I'm also about to leave town to go shoot a film for a few weeks.
Oh, you shooting a movie film?
Yeah.
What's your movie film?
It's called Saturn Returns. It's basically The Big Chill. Bunch of friends from college who get together all when they're right about to turn 30 for a wedding.
I didn't see The Big Chill.
You never saw them? Okay. I'm saying that like, how could you have never seen The Big Chill?
Yeah, I don't know.
I had never seen The Big Chill until I booked this movie, and then I was like, I should watch The Big Chill.
So what's the college friends
kids.
getting together before they turn 30?
Right, and they all like stay in a cabin together
okay.
at Mammoth, and like relationships change and people figure out who they are.
Sure.
Because the concept is, have you ever heard of what your Saturn returns is in astrology?
No.
Okay, so here we go.
It sounds like a 30 Seconds to Mars album. That's the first thing I heard. I was like,
totally. It takes about 29 and a half years for Saturn to get back to the place in the sky it was when you were born.
oh, okay.
And in astrology, Saturn has major influences on your personality and who you are and that kind of thing. So the idea is that approximately every 30 years, you kind of go through a rebirth. Mm-hmm. And that's what is known as your Saturn returns. So it's like from the age of 28 to 32, it's kind of like everything's in flux because you're as I get so excited, I hit the mic.
Wait, Saturn just returned. It's here.
I know.
It barged in.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Saturn. You're drunk.
It's like you're figuring out who you are again.
Okay. So. You buy that stuff? You into the astrology stuff?
You know.
Do you read your horoscope?
Sometimes. I don't put a whole ton of faith in it, but there's sometimes some stuff that goes down where I'm like, that's too eerie to ignore. You know?
No.
Does that make sense?
No, I don't. I get it, but I feel like if I asked you your sign and then read you any other signs, you'd go like, okay, yeah, you'd find something in there.
Yeah, I don't
not 100%
disagree with
of the
that.
time, but I guess I get it because there are definitely times where I've dated people who are heavy into it and they're like, oh, by the way, your horoscope says this is going to be happening. I'm like, motherfucker, that is going through right now. But is it because it's so based off vague human emotions and that everybody can like the Saturn returning, I go, oh yeah, okay, but it's also I was turning 30, so maybe that was a shift in my life. Maybe it had nothing to do with the orbit of a planet.
Well, and the thing that gets me is like, didn't they discover that there's actually a 13th astrological sign instead of 12 because the universe shifts so much?
Well, they needed to sell more calendars.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, guys, it's time to update the wiki.
Yeah, so I'm like, what does that mean?
What's the 13th sign?
I forget. This was like last year or 2 years ago.
They're all based off animals too, like it's a lion and a crab and a whatever. And
I'm an Aquarius, and that's the water bearer. That's not really an animal.
Isn't it a fish? Aren't you a salmon? Aren't you a something?
Salmon?
What's an Aquarius? Isn't there always an animal?
It's like
there's always something, right?
It's like a woman pouring water out of a bowl or something like that.
What? How boring!
I told you.
You could be a lion.
Pisces are the scales, aren't they?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. What's Cancer?
A crab.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. New zodiac sign dates.
Ooh, see?
So was it a new sign or is it just new dates?
It's both. It's because it's like if you were born after 1991 or something like that.
Wait, I'm not a Capricorn anymore?
No, you are because it didn't affect your date, I'm pretty sure. Your year, because of the year you were born.
Oh, it's about the year?
Yeah, because it shifts every year, and so it has shifted so much to allow room
this
for another
superstition
zodiac.
is confusing. It says Sagittarius, December 17th to January 20th.
Yeah, but it's only
if you were born in a certain year.
after 91 or
still
something
a Capricorn.
like that.
So what is your sign? You're Aquarius.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Other than that you love to pour water from urns.
We're apparently very eclectic.
I buy that.
Yeah, and loyal. We're very loyal people, which I think I am. I like to consider myself loyal.
I think you'd have to ask the trail of crying people in your wake.
I don't leave.
How
people leave me crying, Kevin. People leave me crying.
Ooh, a nerve has been struck.
Because I'm so fucking loyal.
Is that the problem? Is it with relationships? Is it with relationships, friendships, both?
Both. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Loyal to a fault, like even if somebody has scorned you or spurned you, you're like you still give them.
Well, and I think it's a cross between loyalty and I'm also like, I can be super accepting of people's quirks and not take things too personally until it gets to a point where it's almost all of a sudden too late for me to realize that like, oh no, they're actually kind of treating me poorly, as opposed to me excusing their behavior.
This is just who they are, and I accept that. It's but who they are is very abusive.
Yeah, exactly.
Very dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah. You also forgave that poor boyfriend of yours with the limp dick his first night. That was very kind of you. Very kind of you to let that one slide. I was so scared
that you were going to bring up some other ex that I've told you about. I'm like, I don't know.
Should we go ex diving?
No.
Who are you seeing right now? You seeing anybody now?
No, I just ended something with someone. Because
You ended it?
yeah, aren't you proud of me?
Whoa, that's.
But it was because for the first time I was like,
You recognized?
wait a minute. This is not good. He's not treating me very well. I'm walking.
Oh my God! Give me the dirt. Tell me everything. Come on, let's.
It's not that
gab.
exciting. It's not like we were seeing each other for a super long time or anything like that. That's why I was able to walk away because I was
Sure.
like, I'm not really attached to this. But
I can't believe it. And did you like, listen, Toby,
Toby,
it's done.
his name would be Toby.
Toby Maguire? Isn't that?
Yeah, totally. How
That's
did
who
you
you
know?
were fucking, right?
Absolutely.
Was it
No,
JT?
God, no.
You back on JT's tip?
Wait.
Am I outing? Should I not be talking about this?
No.
I thought
I was gonna make a home improvement joke and then I realized that's JTT.
that's an extra T, an extra
Yeah.
dose. Of,
Sorry, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
if you could combine Justin Timberlake,
I loved him. Oh God,
and-
don't even.
and
I had
Jonathan
an
Taylor
amazing
Thomas.
dream last night that Taylor Lautner and I were on some weird like Survivor Hunger Games type show together. And we won and we survived, but like the whole trial and tribulation of the thing brought us together. And like it was literally like we crossed the finish line and he like scoops me into his arms and we make out. And then I was like, we really need to go shower because we're disgusting. And then we took a shower together. But I have never in my life.
Jesus,
I know,
Haislip.
I know. But I've never in my life thought like Taylor Lautner was the guy for me. Like I've never had that weird attraction to him. And this morning I woke up and I was like, Taylor Lautner? Yeah.
Next on 50 Shades of Haislip.
Yeah.
So you're gonna reach out to him on Twitter?
God, he's like 12.
Isn't he gay?
I'm gay.
He is,
I
right?
would date a gay 12-year-old, though, let's be
Of
honest.
course you would. Wouldn't we all? He is, right?
No.
Yeah, he's gay.
I have no idea.
You can see he's got gay face.
Yeah.
Um.
My friend just recently told me that all the men I'm attracted to look like frogs. I was like,
Oh, what? Yeah, you kind of do have a Murloc past if I think about it, like if I go through it.
yeah. I'm definitely attracted to very, like, unique-looking people.
What attracts you to these men? Is it the fact that they are a little broken and weird, or is it that
I really like unique. I saw a, oh God, you're going to talk about astrology.
What do you got?
I saw a spiritual intuitive about a year ago.
go
AKA
on?
psychic.
Yeah.
It was like my girlfriends and I were like, let's just have
Was
a
it
party.
3 a.m. and you found one on the streets
No, no,
and had a
no.
neon thing, or you brought one to the
we
party?
like hired, but like we, you know,
Yeah.
a bunch of us got together and like we all had a little session with her, which was really fun. But she like it's a little weird. Like you sit down and she's like, what part of your life do you want to focus on? And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, probably like my love life and career at this point, right? Like let's focus on those things. And so that's the
What else
only
is there?
thing. Well, you know, some people have like family drama. And
No,
some
fuck
people-
family.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So that's all I said to her, right? And then she lays into me about how she's like what the thing that's going to make you the happiest is finding an incredibly unique man. And then she went into this whole thing, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, but what you have to realize is that there's a very fine line between unique and crazy. And I was like, I've only found the crazy so far.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Yeah.
Was it Esmeralda or something like
Pamela.
Pamela.
Yeah.
Right, that's not as whimsical as I
Sorry.
wanted. Did she have a crystal ball? Did she have cards?
No,
Did she have a
just,
staff?
She just kind of sits there and every once in a while does a weird like she's looking and she closes her eyes and she's like, this is what I'm seeing. And so there's like, you know, you're kind of sitting there going, this is weird.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the stuff that comes out of her mouth, you're like, okay, that's freaky.
Did you find
know?
her on Craigslist or Yelp or what?
No. A friend recommended her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your friend
I have her number.
cook
if you
meth in a
want.
bathtub? Or I'm just trying to figure out how this woman gets her recommendations and makes
Yeah,
them.
it was just
When
like
it was
word
all
of
said and done,
mouth.
you guys were happy that you called her over and you felt like you got something
and
out
then
of it?
we gave her a Guinness because we were informed that she really likes Guinness and she likes to have a drink after she works. She drank
course she does.
drank a Guinness with us and then she left and we all sat around and talked about what she told us and it was
Amazing.
weird.
Okay,
yeah.
so the uniqueness
Yeah.
attracts you.
Yeah.
Or crazy as well.
Or crazy. Yeah.
What is it about these men in your past that is so unique, that is different? Do they just seem artsy and aloof? Do they seem focused
Yeah.
on specific things? Or what is it that makes them so unique?
You know, I mean, I don't know if I could pinpoint one thing that they would all have in common, but I feel like
Hosted a cable TV show, got a podcast,
I know.
driving out
Oh,
in.
Kevin.
Who doesn't?
Oh,
Who
dear
doesn't?
Kevin.
Would you stop fawning? Stop fawning. You know I'm off the market.
I know. Thanks to me, by the way.
Yeah, that kind of was thanks to you,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
totally.
Well, Bo Ryan takes credit for it too because he.
I will fight Bo Ryan. It is totally
shit.
me.
He technically reintroduced us.
Oh, okay.
At the bar that night,
Right.
Which is, and then Bria asked you to invite me out to something or whatever,
Right.
and I was like,
you would have
"Fuck
not
no."
found each other that night.
That
I'm
is
not
true. No.
afraid. Yeah.
That was you.
I
you
still
were in a
remember,
girl
like,
night.
very drunkenly sitting on a bed next to Matt Smith, like, drinking straight from a champagne bottle in someone's room.
This is at Comic-Con.
At
Yeah.
Comic-Con, in the Hard Rock. Like, just just we're all like a whole group of us are just tanked, and I'm like talking with Matt, and all of a sudden from out of fucking nowhere, Bria's face is like right in front of mine, and she's like, "Where's Kevin?" And I'm like, and I was like, "I didn't even know you were in this room, Bria. Like, where did you come from?"
And then you look, there's a silhouette of her in the wall, like Kool-Aid. Yeah, she just bursts through it.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
She's got asbestos and everything dripping from her. Like, where is he?
And it was so shocking. And then I made the connection, like, oh, this could be good for Kevin, and that's what I texted you.
Now,
I was
what
like, where are you?
what in your fucking head made you think this would be good for me?
Because it was a chick who obviously wanted to, like, you know,
okay,
find
that's
you
good.
late night, and I was
you.
like, all right, I look out for my guy friends, you know.
That's
and
fucking.
Bria's awesome.
Thank you. That is amazing. No, forget her. But that is.
Well, I wouldn't have done it if she was a crazy chick. I would have saved you from that. But like, I like Bria, and I was like, oh, this.
See,
is
I was concerned that it would have been like, oh, this might be a good thing for Kevin. He can settle down and he'll blah blah
Oh,
blah.
no,
and
I
like,
was-
oh, you were just looking out for my
The
dick.
fact that this is like 3 years later, and
Bless
you
your
guys
heart.
are like this happy little married couple,
Let's
it
not
like,
put
blows my
labels on
mind.
it. Let's
Sorry.
not. Don't fucking do that to me.
Whatever.
Don't throw me into the greyhound of happy and like
Sorry.
together.
Whatever. You guys have a
Don't do
dog.
that. It's her dog.
Okay,
It's
sure.
her big stinky beast. I want tiny little hypoallergenic, something that I can throw on my shoulder like a parrot.
You can have
or
my
it
dog.
sit
She's
next
a
to me.
lunatic.
What's your dog?
Skywalker.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It took me a second to conjure up.
Right. She's a beast.
Yeah, I don't. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Thank you for matchmaking.
You're very welcome.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want
right.
to talk about you, and I want to talk about you and boyfriends. I don't want to talk about me and fucking not being able to just fucking rail through Facebook girls, or I can't.
Sorry.
Oh, I see everybody.
You can't-
Everybody's having so much fun on the Tinder,
On Tinder.
and I can't tend.
I was just gonna say
I can't tend to the Tinder.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I want to swipe right to everybody. I want to swipe.
know.
Don't want to swipe the world right, and I can't because it's cheating.
I love going through my friends' Tinders just to find my friends that they have been connected to and be like, oh my god, Lindsay's on Tinder, you know?
Are you on Tinder now?
No.
No, you're not going to do
I
it.
can't, like, while I have
You
no...
want to fuck Rob? You want to fuck Asian Rob?
No.
No?
I love you, Asian Rob, but no, thank you.
Asian Rob? Do you want to fuck her?
I'm not into, like, the
You got a
fucking
mic,
around.
Rob. Would you?
say-
Yes or no?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Rob.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
God, I'm gonna turn down his mic. I'm sorry about that. It's just done. You're dead to me.
I'm beyond the fucking around.
Oh, by the way,
that.
your mic was picking up the laptop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Listen, it's night and day.
Oh, yeah.
You can come.
So much different.
Yeah, you're done. Go ahead. Say anything.
Hey.
Yeah, it's done. He's done.
Done.
So much better now.
Wow.
Oh my God. All right, let's start the podcast over.
Cunt!
Cunt!
Cunt! By the way, I just realized you have never introduced me on this yet.
No, it's kind of. I stopped doing that
Okay,
because it
good.
felt very. I don't know. It felt produced.
I agree.
And that's the last thing that I want to
No.
do. Like, I mean, I will record when you leave. I will record like an intro that's like, "Hey, everybody, go to this thing and
That
like
makes
and
sense.
share and whatever." And it's super. I get so every time I get bent out of shape about it, and I say that I get bent out of shape about it, but you know, like you have to remind people to spread the word about your stuff,
Right.
Because if you don't, they won't,
Right.
And it's not because it's malicious or they don't support you,
Yeah.
because it's not like I don't even think to like tweet out friends things and stuff, and I'm like,
Right.
oh, that's right, that would why not help raise awareness for
I
stuff?
know.
'Cause
Actually,
it's
when
so
I saw
weird.
you tweet about the Teen Unicorn announcement, I was like, thanks, Kevin.
Oh,
You know?
of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was
Yeah.
super happy. Well, I mean, I knew about it for a while through Claire.
Right.
I actually knew, I think I knew that you were going to be the new unicorn.
So many people knew before me.
Yeah, I think I knew like a month or two before,
Yeah.
and I was like, and I could not say, and I just didn't say.
The amount of people that I went to, and I was like, guess what? I'm going to be part of Team Unicorn. They're like, oh yeah, Claire told me 3 months ago.
Like,
I'm
oh,
like,
you finally
"What?"
know. It's all over Tinder. Everybody's
I
saying it.
know, I know.
So you're not going to Tinder. Where are you going to meet the next cycle of your dreams?
I don't know. Probably.
Where do you meet the next crazy one?
I'm at the.
Who do you have your eyes on, other than Taylor Lautner?
Oh my god. Taylor
Do you have any
Lautner.
celeb crushes where you're just like, oh,
I mean, Taylor Kitsch is always kind of a celeb crush to me because he played Gambit. Who's Taylor Kitsch? Friday Night Lights?
I should have seen that because my girlfriend was in that.
John from Mars or whatever that movie was?
Taylor Kitsch?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's cute.
Yeah.
He's cute. Oh, here's one of him just he's just leaning over shirtless, like you just caught him.
Oh, God,
He's
stop.
just hanging out. He's
Ugh.
waiting for his coffee to brew.
But he was Gambit, so that, Gambit's my end-all, be-all. Although now Channing Tatum's going to play Gambit. Not like I really needed to have any more of a crush on Channing Tatum. But if he's Gambit and does that weird, sexy knee crawl thing that he did in Magic Mike, I would lose my mind.
Yeah, but I feel like Taylor Kitsch is like he's a more interesting choice.
Yeah, he's
Channing
more
Tatum
unique.
is very Channing Tatum is very like, well, of course, who wouldn't fuck? I would
Right.
fuck Rob. You'd fuck Channing Tatum, right? Definitely.
Oh,
See?
wow. I get a
We would
maybe
all-
and Channing Tatum gets a definitely.
What? Yeah. He's Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
He's Channing Tatum. But Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice. Is he on
Yeah.
Twitter? Have
don't
you reached
know.
out to him?
No. We actually have some mutual friends, so
You know
I'm
what you
actually
need
sort
to
of
do?
terrified of saying that.
What you need to do is start a podcast so you can invite him on as a guest, and then you wow
and
him.
then just make out with his face?
No, I mean later, sure.
Yeah.
Or you could have a segment where it's like a now we fuck.
Yeah.
And it's just like 5 minutes set to soft music, maybe some Almond Brothers. And then when you're done, you're done.
Almond Brothers. It's such a place in my heart.
I used to think it was the
Brothers.
Almond Brothers
No.
for years. I thought it was the Almond
No.
Brothers. Is he on Twitter? Because let's tweet him right now
I
and see if
doubt
he
it.
responds.
I would no, please do not. What
Oh,
are you doing?
the Taylor Kitsch.
Please don't tweet it.
The Taylor Kitsch. I like that. Well, he's 1,000 followers. We got to help that. Taylor.
Is it actually him?
It's not
Is
verified, but
so
it's...
it's probably not actually him.
Well, the Twitter is plugging John Carter dropping on DVD and Blu-ray and VOD and VHS
so
this
I'm
Tuesday.
gonna guess it's not him.
But it could be him.
Or it's him and he hasn't checked it in 2.5 years.
Well, he wrote in June of 2012. He wrote "Hello Twitter," and his last tweet was in June of 2012. So he got if it is him, he got on it and then got off of it right away, which is
Yeah.
exactly what you want him to do with you.
There we go.
Right?
Get on it and get off of it.
That's it. Are you at the point now where it's casual sex and whatnot, or no?
I'm
You
not.
need to-
It just doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, me neither. I'm glad you
Shut
said
up.
that. Me neither.
Because I've been in a relationship for 3
Well,
years.
how will you meet somebody though? How will you do it? What will be your plan? Will you wait for like a friend reco, or like wait for it to be at a party?
I feel like any guy I've ever dated, I've met just kind of randomly. You know, like I don't know. This last
Like
guy,
they knock on a partition in an adult theater, and then you put your eye up to the hole, and he pokes you, and you're like, "Oh no!
How did you
I know
know?
how to say hello."
How did you know?
I understand how you meet people randomly.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of it's. I really don't like kind of getting picked up in bars because it just feels like that's like a mission that someone is on.
Sure.
Although, ironically, the last guy I was just seeing, he, like crashed my birthday party, and that's how I met him.
Really?
Yeah.
What was he famous-ish?
I mean, he's an actor, but, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't.
Because
think
you're
of
allowed
a
to do
way-
actors are allowed to do that to other actory types. I feel like they're allowed to be
Yes.
chummy because you have that in common. And it's
Right, I
Like
don't
if you're a
disagree.
dental assistant and someone else is an orthodontist, you can totally crash their party at the Benihana's. Like that's fine. You can sit down because you have occupations in common. What do you do?
an onion volcano.
How did he crash it? I love the onion volcano. by the way.
Well, because I was having a party in like a private room at a
Mm-hmm.
club, and he was there, and I was like, "Who is this person?" Because only people I know are supposed to be there. And apparently, he's buddies with the promoter who set up the whole thing for me. So his friend was like, "Yeah, you can go in. Just make sure it's a birthday party, so make sure you introduce yourself to the birthday girl." So I like see him, and I'm staring at him because he's so freaking unique looking. And of course, because that's what I'm attracted to. And he like sees me staring at him, and he walks over, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey, it's my birthday. Who are you?" Like, didn't even give him like the chance.
Right. He's like, I'm gonna be Mr. Wrong. Just give
Yeah.
me a few weeks,
I
few
know,
months.
right?
Like, let's
Seriously.
figure it out.
I know.
How was he unique looking? Did he have like 3 eyebrows?
No, he's just.
What was his thing?
I don't know, he's just kind of fascinating looking
Yeah?
to me. I don't know. I mean, I feel like he's the kind of guy that like some of my friends are like, I don't get it.
Do
And
I
other
know
of my
who this guy? Did you tell me you were?
Probably not. I mean,
Type
like I
in
said,
his
it
name
wasn't.
here.
It
We won't
wasn't
be
like
seen on
a
the thing.
super serious.
Type in his name and
thing.
pull it up because I want to.
I just want to sit here and look at Taylor Kitsch.
Don't we all? I have drained so many
Wait,
MacBook batteries.
you're not gonna like scream his name out.
No,
loud,
I'm
are
not. I
you?
promise. I
All
promise.
right.
But that's why I'm passing you my laptop to write it down. We don't
I
have
know.
pen
I'm
and
just
paper
making
here.
sure. I'm just making sure.
Oh, that is unique looking.
Thank you.
But I don't know him. Do I know him?
No, I mean that's what I mean.
I can't say what his roles
Yeah,
are,
please don't.
obviously. But okay, he's age appropriate.
Thank you.
Which I
Finally.
like. Yep, he's on trend.
He's not a 12-year-old gay boy.
He is a unique looking individual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. I guess we can't talk about him, so I'll let it
Sorry.
go. I'll let it go.
Thank
hey,
you.
I read this story. Oh, I crazy thing happened to me last night, which again,
Yes.
making it about me.
Yep.
But playing Diablo.
Nice.
The new expansion.
Okay.
Are you on it? Are you
No.
gaming right now? What are you doing? How are you going to be a unicorn? Are you going to continue to fake that you play video games?
Oh my
or
gosh,
what are you going to do?
fuck you. Like we really needed you saying that. I have been.
I can't wait because any time I feel so bad. Like it's hard enough for women out there. I'm learning
Yeah.
that through Bria and her. I mean, she was a feminist in college, so I'm getting
Right,
an
wow.
education in a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
So I completely understand how hard it is, especially in media. And especially in a nerd gaming atmosphere. It's like, unless, like, for a very few are just elected in and it's fine and no one ever questions anything and you want to cosplay or you want to do whatever, that's fine. We don't care. Like, you're it. That's it.
Right.
For anybody else, it's a constant litmus test and barrage of assholes.
Yeah.
Just dick after dick. Swinging and trying to bruise your face.
It's just a bunch of people who think they know you better than you know you.
Of course. And I don't know where that comes from. I have
either.
no idea where it comes from. Look, deservedly for some, clearly some have exploited certain people's passions and pastimes and loves for their own gain. But it's like, well, that's if they were able to make a gain off exploiting it, that's your fault as well.
Right.
Or the fault of those around you.
Right.
Don't be mad at that person or the other person who's trying to make a career in it.
It's like
be mad at the community that allowed it.
It's like when some girl's boyfriend cheats on her, she gets mad at the other girl
Yes.
and not at her boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't get mad at all. The proper response is, let's all fuck. It's a very short time on this
fuck
marble.
off and walk away from it.
Okay,
you
that
know?
too. That's fine. But don't key my car, Bria.
Right.
So, has there been an ounce of that yet? Or is it still too new with the unicorn thing of people being like, oh, she shouldn't be a unicorn, she's this?
No, my involvement with Team Unicorn was really well received.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so. You're absolutely that. You're absolutely a unicorn. And
thanks.
well, and I also feel like for that type of group who is, celebrating very specific nerdy things at times,
right.
they're from what I can see, routinely celebrated. There
Right,
isn't a ton of like, oh, how dare you guys do a sexy Star Wars music
Right,
video thing?
right.
Like that doesn't seem to exist.
Yeah,
They have a
that
very
Star Wars
positive
thing,
perception.
like people loved it.
That was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge. That was great.
It was. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was exhausting.
Was it?
We were in training for like 2 months for that thing. Like I went through like full on stunt training for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Joe Lynch directed, right?
He did.
Yeah.
I know.
Reunited.
Former G4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. And my hair, like I wanted to go if we didn't shoot like 15-hour days and I was absolutely exhausted, I wanted to go out with that like crazy teased up curly hair. It was awesome.
Do you still have the outfit?
No, it's wardrobe.
Oh,
I did keep
bummer.
the purple like band thing that was in my hair. I always any set that I work on, I steal one thing, like a prop or a small piece of clothing or something like that.
You have to,
just to have like a memory of it.
I'm glad that Adult Swim knows that now. So make sure your prop department keeps everything on lockdown.
There's nothing I could steal. It's like literally just spandex.
You're gonna take a mic from the VO booth.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, this is treasured memory now.
I know. Oh, it's awesome.
So you're not gaming right now. You're busy because you're shooting 1,000 things.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I've been. I just feel like OS games have been fantastic lately. I've just been on my iPad.
Like iOS games?
Yeah. Like I just finished. Monument Valley.
Oh yeah, I haven't downloaded that yet, but I saw a lot of people are talking about it.
It's gorgeous.
But I heard it's like over in like 3 hours.
If that, maybe an hour.
Really?
But I've heard that they're
worth
making expansion packs.
Okay.
But I thought it was so. It's almost like. It kind of looks a little bit like Journey, but if MC Escher did it.
Yeah, it's like isometric, right? Like
yeah.
a 3/4 perspective view.
Yeah, it's all like you have to like switch your brain around and force perspective on things. It's really
that's
cool.
All right,
and then
I'll
I
grab
just
that for
finished
sure.
Device 6. Have you played that?
Whoa!
Oh,
Device 6?
Yeah, this one's fantastic.
I've heard of it.
You're reading a story.
Yes.
And then it becomes interactive.
They did they did another game, Year Journey, or they did another game.
Yes, Year Long Walk.
Year Long Walk,
which is fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah.
I like that game too.
Okay, I saw this one and was like, again, saw the rave reviews and I'm like, oh, I should get it, and I just never fucking got around to it. But you recommend?
Yeah, absolutely. But this is what I've been gaming on because I've been so busy. Like these kind of games are perfect for me when I'm going to bed.
Nothing
I'm like,
wrong with that.
I'll play 45 minutes of this.
I was playing a shit ton of Hearthstone, the card game, but I was playing it on my iPad, and then I played the new
That's still
Agent.
in beta, right? Or
No, it came out.
Oh,
It's released now. Yeah, so you can get it on PC, Mac, tablets, whatever. Android, I think, is coming soon. But I was playing the new Agent game, Agent Go.
Oh, I don't know that.
You know the is it Agent or is it what's the Hitman? Hitman Go.
Oh,
is
yeah.
the Agent game. You know Hitman, where you're the agent with the barcode, the ball guy, and you assassinate. This is a turn-based puzzle game where you have to assassinate pieces on a game board, but the art style is beautiful. Characters, each piece moves in a different way or has a different attack pattern, so you learn
almost
it.
like chess kind of.
It's great. Yeah, it's exactly like that. And you're sliding around and there's guns and trap doors and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it's just like a beautiful art style and really fun.
Hitman Go.
Hitman Go.
All right,
it's
I'll
the
check
mobile
that out.
version of it. It's great. But I'll keep this quick. You have to go to Santa Monica, right?
Oh, what time is
we
it?
got to get you out of here. What time do you have to leave?
Yeah.
You have to leave like nowish, right?
No, I think I have like a half hour. Not that
Okay.
I'm saying. Not that we need to continue.
Great. No,
talking
it's
for a half
Marathon Podcast. So I'm playing I finally caved in and got the Diablo expansion.
Nice.
I was pissed at Diablo 3. I thought they ruined it. The auction house, all
really?
the stuff. Yeah, it was
Okay.
from a hardcore Diablo
Yeah.
fan, I was like, they ruined this fucking game. And they knew it too. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the leads ended up, I think he was told to go bye-bye, but he went bye-bye. I don't know how that
Right.
worked. And then they closed the auction house down. I don't know if you're familiar with the auction house. It was...
I
for
appreciate
in-game items?
Blizzard for what they are, and I've never played a Blizzard game.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just not my thing.
Oh yeah. You should try Hearthstone.
Should I?
You should really try it. Yeah,
'Cause
I got
it's cards?
Bria
Yeah.
hooked on
Really?
it. Yeah,
Because it's
And
kind of like Magic the Gathering, but
yes,
online.
but way easier to get into,
Okay.
and then way more like animated and fun and like it's
Right.
it's cool. It's
All
cool.
right,
You would like
cool.
it. Morgan Webb turned me onto it, and I hate her for it
course.
because it like destroyed hours of my life.
Right.
So they did this thing. Diablo is all about going through dungeons, killing monsters, opening chests, getting unique items,
Right.
staffs, armor, new hats, whatever, accessorizing, putting gems in them. Then they did this thing with Diablo 3, which is they found that there was a secondary market in Diablo 1 and 2 where people were buying items and trading them outside of their control. So it'd be like, hey, do you want the fucking gash, the wounding gash of staffery or whatever? That came out wrong, but you got it. Okay, great. Meet me in this game. I'll give you X amount of gold, and then we trade the item and whatever. So they said, fuck that. We're going to make money on this.
Right.
So they did a real world auction house where you could use in-game gold to buy items, or you could pay Blizzard real money and then buy items on the auction house. And it fucking ruined the game. Because the whole point of the game was going through dungeons, getting cool items,
And if you could just
trading
buy
with your
it.
friends. And if you could buy it, and it was like the loot that was being dropped was not as good because
Yeah.
they wanted you to go to the auction house to buy that shit.
Right.
And then it just turned everybody into these fucking item farmers where it's like you be in a game and there's, 4 Korean bots running through. Sorry, Rob. I know your people. They have to make a living. They go click, 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 click just to get items and gold and farm it. And it was like, destroyed the game.
Yeah.
So, I had heard that this expansion was great. It made things better. There's a new loot system, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm not going back to it. I fucking went back to it. Of
course you
'cause
did.
A friend told me it was great.
Yep.
And it's been night after night of just, I remember this. Click, 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 click,
Right,
click.
right,
I'm not
right.
accomplishing anything in the life. Click, click, click,
Nope,
click,
nope,
click.
nope, nope.
Fuck you, girlfriend. Click, click, click. Goodbye, responsibilities. I don't need a mortgage.
Oh, man.
Sweating at the
Yeah.
computer. It's disgusting. And so I asked my buddy Lewis, this is a really long story. I asked my buddy Lewis last night
Lewis!
to
How
hop
is
in. You remember
Lewis?
Lou? Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't, we don't chat that much anymore, which is a bummer. And so I told him, I was like, dude, let's get into some Diablo.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll just buy you a key. I'll buy you a key. Let's go. So I
Right.
buy him the key through this G2A. It's like a third-party thing that sells codes. And you could save $10 by going through them.
Whoa.
Great. Okay. I got my key through there. No problem. Buy his key. It gets rejected. There's an issue. Don't know. Try to buy it again. An issue. So he tries to buy it. An issue. And so they're like, hey, hold on for 15 minutes. Someone's going to call you to verify this purchase. And now we're like sitting here going like, I mean, I know it's
Yeah, all I
fucking
wanna do is
white
play.
entitlement, but I'm
Yeah.
like, let's go. We want to play. If we would just, I'd spend the extra $10 to play for the extra 15
Right.
minutes. So we're waiting. This is where the story's going. It has nothing to do with Diablo. He gets a chat from tech support and says that he's talking to Mr. Scott Market.
Okay.
Right? And there's a picture of the guy, like the whitest white guy in his collared shirt,
Right.
right? He looks perfect, majestic, and he sends me a screen grab of the conversation because he's like, "Sup, Market? How's it
Yeah.
going?" or whatever. And he's like, "There's no fucking way this guy's name is Scott Market." I'm
Right.
like, "There's no way that you're chatting with this clean-cut collared shirt white dude, at midnight
Right.
Pacific." This is a Romanian chat, or this is like an Indian call center or whatever,
Right.
and they just don't want you to know, like, Ramesh is handling your issue.
Right.
And so we're laughing about that, about how it's weird that companies sort of obfuscate that, and it's just like
Yeah.
okay to lie
Right.
about the person you're talking to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the surveys are in, and like,
It's like really racist.
yeah, right? It's
Yeah.
really inappropriate to be.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they've done the math on like, well, if we appear to be Caucasian and white, or that's the same thing, but if we appear to be if we appear to be Caucasian and American,
Right.
If you're chatting with Doug Patriot,
Yes.
or Scotty Eagle Scream,
Yeah.
then
Sam Adams.
yeah, exactly. Oh, Sam Adams, all your text is red, white, and blue. This is
Right.
great.
Exactly.
Like, people are less angry, I'm sure,
Right.
and they're more patient. So, whatever. Racism exists. I just think it's sad that people have to
Yeah,
obfuscate
I
that.
completely agree.
So I take a screen grab, I crop out the guy's thumbnail, and click and drag it into a Google image search to see who else is using that thumbnail.
you're genius.
And it turns out he is a stock photo that is being used all over the fucking place. And what I found were several blogs and company websites for companies that design websites, that do consulting work, one for like a local pub, and they're all like in the Netherlands or in the Czech Republic or the whatever. There's all these sites, and it's like when you go to About Us or Our Team, it's his fucking photo, and it'll have a name of like, Toby Jones, or Kenneth McBronin or whatever, and it's like all these weird names, and I'm just like, we went into this Inception rabbit hole of like where this guy's stock photo has been used. And it just, I don't know, it was super weird.
And who is he actually?
I have no clue. I want to know who this guy is.
The other night I ordered an Uber, and the guys, how their picture pops up in the corner of who your driver is?
Yeah. Your Armenian for the evening is?
No, he was shirtless.
No.
Thomas, the shirtless Uber driver.
Wait, this must have been Uber X.
It was totally Uber X. Oh my God.
Yeah, turn the riff raff
town cars around the city. But I was with my buddy Matt, Matt Light. He's a former NFL player, so huge dude. It's him and his wife and myself
in an Uber X.
Yeah. But like when the car was pulling up, Matt was like, I'm making sure he drives us shirtless. He's shirtless in his picture. So there's like this 230-pound dude getting into this Prius, and he's like, "Why is your shirt on, dude?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You're shirtless in your photo. You need to be shirtless in the car." And like it became this.
What do you say about that? That's amazing.
He wouldn't take his shirt off because it's. I mean, this kind of sucks, but it sort of led to a good story. He's like, he was like, that was a picture where I was showing off my scars because he had just had cancer in his nerves. And like had some crazy surgery and had some like killer scar. So he was like showing it to his friends, but he thought he had cropped out enough so it didn't look like he was shirtless in his photo. So he's like, that's why I was shirtless. But then it got us in this conversation of like, whoa, what is this thing? You survived.
You can get nerve cancer? That's a thing?
First time I had heard of it. Yeah.
God damn.
But I mean, the dude,
Fukushima and fracking
Thomas
and
with his Prius is doing just fine, and he's lovely.
I'm surprised he's not driving for Lyft with the shirtless profile pic.
I know, but I was laughing. I was like, "You're shirtless in your profile picture."
That was a hilarious story until you brought nerve cancer.
I know.
Into
I'm
it,
sorry,
Alison. Jesus,
but he's
Christ.
a survivor, and I learned something. I learned about narwhals and nerve cancer in 2014.
Oh, what a night for you! It's been a great year for you.
Exactly.
You're a fucking doll.
What?
I always love chatting with you.
Did you mean like I'm a real doll? I'm a fucking doll?
No, I mean that will happen soon. Like I said, if this unicorn thing takes off, there will definitely be a posable. Do you think they'll do like a centaur style fuck doll where it is you are like you have hooves,
it's like
4
our
legs,
tops?
but from the torso up, it's you making the surprised mouth face, and then there's a unicorn horn, which would be good if you want to peg yourself.
Ooh. But is the unicorn horn coming out of my head?
You're a unicorn, right?
Yeah, but if it's like my
So it's a
person
centaur
face,
body with your human torso up top. If someone out there is good with Photoshop or sketching, if they could sketch what
they'll make this happen.
An Alison Haislip fuck doll would look like that is part centaur. I don't know if can ladies be centaurs? Is that sexist? Isn't that a thing? Like centaurs are only man? A lady tar?
Centaur?
Yeah. A cuntar.
Tari?
If you can be a cuntar. I would love to see what that would look like if you have the hooves, the majestic rainbow tail. Or what's your color? What's your unicorn color? Blue. Okay, so big blue tail, some blue stars and stuff on you.
Yeah.
And then human torso coming out of...
But see, then the thing is like, you're technically... I guess not if it's my mouth, but I was going to be like, you're technically fucking the horse part.
We're a unicorn. It's not, when you say horse, that makes it sound dirty. Well, horses are like Mexican unicorns. That's just gross. They're just kind of brown and dirty. Unicorns are majestic and white. Exactly. So fucking if you have to lift the blue tail, that's fine.
There's something beautiful under there.
That's going to be...
It's pretty and pink and, right?
Lifting the blue tail is going to be my slash fiction that I write.
I just saw something yesterday that was like, no one likes reverse centaur because it's like naked man body with weird scary horse head.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, hey guys out there, if you're a decent artist, I really want to see that rendering. Now, I feel like the torso coming out of the body, you have to have human breasts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have to be making the surprise face.
Oh.
Right, the real doll O. Yeah. And then we need a horn. You have to have a horn.
Yep.
Is your hair regular color? Is it like this now, or is it blue as well and majestic?
Oh, well, no. I mean, in the cartoon, it looks like my actual hair.
Okay.
So then, it's short brown.
Okay,
hair.
so we're going to do that. Yeah. Do unicorns wear saddles if they're in unicorn form? Do you have a unicorn form?
Yes, we do.
You do have a unicorn form, but no saddles.
No saddles.
Can anyone ride a unicorn when they're in unicorn form? Has that even been explored?
Not in the pilot.
Okay, we got to know. We need the canon
here.
We need to know.
Who knows where this is going?
Maybe there'll be a unicorn whisperer.
So Seth Green is executive producing and directing this thing. So when the whole deal came about and he texted me, he's like, "I'm really excited you're on board." And I was like, "Seth, I have one request." And I make this request on every show that I work on. I'm like, we need to do a musical episode. And he's like, oh, that's definitely happening. And I was like, oh, I was kind of kidding, but yes, like, we're totally gonna have a musical.
Don't worry, there will be a musical.
There's gonna be like a Gem and the Holograms-esque episode, probably. I mean, if we go, knock on wood.
No, I don't want to be the guy who says, I don't see how it could not. That'd be crazy, because you never fucking know. But man, is the deck stacked in your favor. The response to the announcement was huge. Yeah. It's got a great brand. It now is finally like a brand that has promise because you're involved. And I would say that to all of them. I would say the exact same thing, by the way. It wouldn't be about you. It would be about them. But no, I like... The sky is the fucking... That's the floor. It's not the limit. You guys are gonna blow up with that thing. I can't wait to watch it. It's gonna... That's gonna be big.
I just want a billboard. Can I get a billboard?
That's gonna be fun. You're gonna have
like an animated character billboard.
Several billboards. Yes, it's gonna happen.
Good.
And then seriously, guys, if you can sketch Alison as a unicorn, I really want it.
Things that exist.
If it comes in good, if someone can really do like a good, either like a funny good or like a actual like really good one, I'll find a way to have it temporarily tattooed on myself.
Wow.
You know, like on my lower back or something like that. Do you remember
when we did? Oh no, I didn't have you temporarily tattooed. I had Daniel Day Kim temporarily tattooed.
Yes, yeah. And I had one on my ass,
of
right?
You.
Yeah.
Like he had you, I had him, and you had you.
I had me.
No one had an Allison tattoo.
Listen,
whatever.
when you've made trillions off of your unicorn empire and the movie,
there will be some
skyrockets.
Temporary tattoos of me.
And let's take a couple bucks and just do another thing. Let's just do a live thing. Let's just do it.
I know, I miss it.
No one else is gonna fucking do it right.
I miss doing live TV.
I gotta yell at Hardwick. I need to yell at Hardwick to just fucking wave his nerd scepter and anoint a live attack sort of late night reboot.
Oh,
that's done right. You know,
that would be brilliant.
Yeah, real audience.
Yeah,
real writing. Not that we didn't have real writers, but a true staff, like a real staff.
Exactly.
It'd be pretty badass. I'd watch the shit out of that. I wouldn't host it, but I'd watch it
like,
for sure.
No, let's host it.
Okay, I'll host. Maybe
you
I'll host
and I sit down and discuss that, and then go attack Chris.
Isn't he the guy to do it right now? He's the
Ryan Seacrest of nerds.
Yeah,
I've
he's
been
the nerd
saying that for years, and other people are finally starting to pick up on that.
Yeah, I say like Chris Hardwick is a cosplaying Ryan Seacrest.
Yes.
Is that fair? I don't mean to
with
say that
lifts
he's not.
And issues.
Yeah, he's not cosplaying as Ryan Seacrest.
No.
He is a Ryan Seacrest
who
in cosplays as. I don't know.
Wait, what? Where did we go with that?
I know, the snake ate its tail.
Yeah.
He can make it happen. He's got the juice.
Yeah,
He's got the connects.
He was doing something with Tom Cruise the other night.
The fuck is he doing with Tom Cruise? I love it. I love it. He's being audited, I'm sure. He has less statins today than he did yesterday, I'm sure. No, he was the no on the edge of tomorrow, the edge of yesterday or whatever. I can't. Did you read the book?
No. Should I read the book first?
You have to get out of here, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the book is amazing.
Okay, I'm going to read the book.
Look, clearly they're taking, because in the book, he's Asian.
He's also a kid, isn't he?
No.
Oh, I thought someone told me he was like a 13-year-old kid in the book.
No. Maybe you're thinking Ender's Game.
No, but that's supposed to be a kid. I heard that one of the things they changed about the film is that Tom Cruise is much older.
Oh, interesting. No, he is. Well, Tom Cruise is definitely older than the character in the book is. He's a much younger, like army recruit brat.
Like 20-something.
But he is much younger.
Tom Cruise doesn't age.
Oh, okay. I will watch the shit. Like, look,
I know.
I should be mad that they look. The book is called All You Need Is Kill. I love that as a name.
Good to know.
I fucking love that as a name. So I was even mad that they changed the name. I'm like, how dare you? And in the previews that I've seen, in the book, the female character is so fucking strong. She would never tremble and be like, what are you doing? And I've seen a scene or two of that in a preview.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they better not. But I've also seen her training him, and she's badass.
She's so badass. And you have to bring, like, especially in a movie, like, you have to bring some sort of vulnerability to the female characters. Right. Otherwise, we just come off as, you know, being like ball-busting feminists. Oh, God, I love it.
The rest of his office is never going to let us podcast it again. Every time we say it, someone like comically speak their head out. Hey, where can the interwebs find you and find everything you're doing, Miss Alison Haislip?
Well, you can always go to my website, AlisonHaislip.com.
I mean, you own the .com.
I do.
It's your own brand. You should have it, and it's yours.
Exactly.
Okay, AlisonHaislip.com. That's one.
And Twitter, @AlisonHaislip.
Oh my God, you make it so easy.
I do.
And your series on Geek and Sundry just came out.
Yes. I'm only in the first episode, but watch the whole thing because it's really good.
Watch the first one.
Spooked.
And then comment on episodes 2 through probably 12.
Where's Haislip?
Where's fucking Haislip?
Yes.
Where my Haislip at? And then link to the weird the Kantar image that someone's going to make for Allison to raise awareness.
Yes.
Okay, so Geek and Sundry, it's called Spooked. Watch that. And then anytime you see news about a Adult Swim unicorn something, people should retweet
Yes.
and positively talk and
Yes.
sing its fucking praises.
Yes, please do.
It's not that hard. It's
So
easy
I
to
can
do.
come back on in a few months and talk about how awesome our show is.
You'll never come back on the show. You'll be like, look, I'm successful. I'm fucking Taylor Kitsch. I have no need
fucking Taylor
to be with you or be
Taylor
in your
Kitsch.
area.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the fact that you spent some time today.
Of course.
Thank you,
I'm so
Alison
glad you had
Haislip.
me. I miss you.
Do you want to say anything to the kids?
Stay
an-
in school.
Okay. And then now say something with an echo.
Stay in school!
Why are you so angry about it?
I don't know. It seems like the only way to do an echo.
Rob, anything you want to add?
I'm good. You should probably watch The Centaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Go fuck Channing Tatum.
Okay. I'll do that.
Kisses, hugs, and belly rubs. Good night, everyone!